Okay, before you start typing in your 10-page spreadsheets in the comments down below. Oh, you don't know what you're talking about. PCs are better than Macs because... So yeah, just hold off those comments until the end of this video. Right now, I have the center stage. So bear with me and I'll explain myself a little bit better. Let's begin. So I'll try to at least avoid the obvious stuff that everybody knows about, and I'll try to bring up some things that I personally enjoy or prefer to the competition. So starting off, the number one reason I prefer macOS is the software and hardware and how they work together. Since Apple designed the hardware and the software to work together from the ground up, you experience a very smooth and welcoming experience to the hardware and the software. Not to mention, macOS is based on Unix, which is a very stable base OS for any operating system, but macOS and Linux is the only operating system that use Unix. This ensures that the system doesn't randomly crash, something you can't say about every other PC out there, can you? There's also no need for manually downloading the drivers and uploading it. macOS automatically searches for drivers on the internet for any hardware device you connect to the Mac. Number 2, price. Now you're probably like, what? Macs cost a ton more than PCs! At least that's what you thought. But if you factor in every single thing that you might need on your daily desktop, the price actually does reach MacBook level. I mean, just think about it. macOS as an operating system is free. The Pages, Keynote, Numbers, Photos, and iMovie apps come pre-installed on any Mac and are completely free to use. While Windows can't even open a PowerPoint without shelling out a couple $100 for Microsoft Office. And if you're even thinking about building a PC, you gotta factor in the prices of Windows 10. And if you do manage to get Windows without paying for it, you get this ugly text on the bottom right hand corner of your display and it's there all the time. Wanna edit a video? Boom, $40 right out the window. I mean, that argument is really not relevant right now. Number 3, crap management. Now, I don't know if it's just me, but anyone I see using or having a Windows PC always complains about it getting way too slow. I'm not trying to say that Macs don't get slower over time. I'm just saying it's incredibly easy to bottleneck a PC like this. I didn't discover this until I myself used a Windows PC for a while. I always assumed these people had slow 5400 RPM hard drives and 5 gigs of storage left on their drives, but I was shocked to find out how clunky and slow the UI could be if you hardly have like 10 apps installed on your computer. It did not feel near as polished as macOS, and while there are some conspiracy theories that macOS is somehow slower than Windows PCs, but I see it otherwise. It feels like Windows, just to boot up faster, shows you all the crap that it needs to process right on the screen. Stuff like flickering screens, stuck bootloaders, are things that can happen on either of these operating systems. But Windows just throws all the crap at you to keep it running fast, while macOS tries to hide all that and give you a warm welcome to the OS. Not flickering screens and strobe lights all over the screen. Not to mention, it's extremely rare, and I mean extremely rare, to get infected by a virus or malware on a Mac. While on Windows, I just don't even know what to say. Okay, number 4, AirDrop. Now, I'm not even talking about iPhone to Mac AirDrop. Such an essential feature that I use a lot. I'm talking about Mac to Mac. Like, this is really handy. Since I have a puny 256 gig SSD in my main Mac, sometimes I have to offload a couple of files to an external device like a computer or a flash stick. So I just go ahead and AirDrop the files to my MacBook Air, and I can access it whenever I need it. Super handy. AirDrop is one of the most underrated Mac features of all time. Number 5, the exclusive Pro apps. Have you ever wondered why most creators, be it YouTubers, short film producers, and other people who are into content creation use a Mac? It's not that it's more powerful than Windows PCs, it's not that it's less expensive, it's because there are a few platform exclusive Pro apps available on macOS. Final Cut Pro, Motion, Logic, Compressor are apps built by Apple to run well on the hardware it's built on. This is my main reason for sticking with macOS. I'm a Final Cut Pro error because Final Cut Pro is really good, and Final Cut Pro is Mac only, and it'll pretty much always be Mac only. Anyways guys, that was a lot of talking, but essentially Macs are better than PCs because Macs can run Windows. I'm sorry, I probably triggered a bunch of people anyways. But what would be a BlockBusterTech video without the jokes, right? Anyways, I'd like to hear all your counter arguments on why PCs are better than Macs. All that good stuff, let me know in the comments down below. I'll be more than happy to go through some of those and reply to you all. All that said, this is your GP and I will see you on the next one.